and four with Representative Bellotti. But are there any other measures currently going through the legislature right now? You, having just come from there as an elected official and serving in the House for a number of years, what are some of the other things and priorities in bills or in legislation and things that you are really advocating for this legislative session?
Right. Sam, if you don't mind, Senate Bill 471 is a bill from Senator Miley Shimabukuro from the West Side.
Yep.
It's to allow the governor and the homeless coordinators for the city and the state to have safe zones where we can legally, house some of our homeless. When you talked about do we have enough bed space, that's a big question mark. But if we were to have a safe zone where we can have huge tents and shelters for people, that might be able to take the influx of all the homeless as we're trying to, mitigate and reduce homelessness on the streets and the West Side. So again, Senate Bill 471 by Senator Miley Shimabukuro is a very important piece that we think could help reduce homelessness in our
So this
state.
is kind of going back to this tent concept that you talked about earlier, that you would have, how big of a parcel are you talking about? How many tents? When you talk about a safe zone, what exactly is that?
I should defer to Sam because we're going to work together on it, but it would be like
I actually don't know.
times 10.
Hono times 10.
That's something that we've been discussing because the triage services would be important. So if we were to respectfully, humanely do a sweep, we need to find out, do I belong with the duly diagnosed people or am I kapuna? Where would I go? So you need to do these services. The tent would be large enough where we can do massive outreach, kind of like a medical mission in Hawaii. Yeah. With doctors, nurses, social workers, all focused on helping the needs of our homeless.
We have a saying, our homeless, they need beds of many flavors. So it's not just a one size fit all. So yeah, that's kind
That's
of
the
concept.
complex.
Yeah, the complex part. Yeah.
But Sam and I are working.
Permanent, supportive, kupuna, family. It's just a diverse amount of different shelters.
And that's why Sam and I agreed it would be whole new times 10 because we need the bed spaces for them.
Yeah.
Because we just can't sweep them and in a week time they don't have anywhere to go. They're going to go right back to where they're at, and taxpayers will just get upset. It's a head scratcher. Why are you doing? It's insanity. You're not doing anything, to resolve the problem. So if we work together, we think we can get an end game where that homeless person will get a roof over their head and a more permanent place to stay.
We mentioned at the top of the